Think perfectionism is a flaw? Think again. In the world of leadership, being a stickler for getting things exactly right can be both a blessing and a trap. Welcome back to Data Wizardry. Today, we're exploring perfect, the double-edged reactive tendency that effective leaders leverage. I'm Joseph Leman. Join me as we put the data on perfect in layman's terms. When we examine the perfect dimension, we notice something unusual. Unlike other reactive tendencies like controlling or protecting, perfect does not uniformly suppress leadership effectiveness. While it does involve overemphasis on standards, attention to detail, and self-critical thinking, its relationship with other reactive tendencies is distinct. In fact, perfect scores often cluster independently, showing weaker covariance with overall reactive behavior, which suggests that perfectionism can exist alongside high creative capacity. Translation? Most reactive tendencies, like being controlling or overly cautious, tend to drag leaders down if they get too strong. Perfect is different. Being a stickler for details doesn't automatically make someone a less effective leader. You can care a lot about getting things exactly right and still be creative, inspiring, and effective. Just don't get carried away. Interestingly, the correlation between perfect scores and leadership effectiveness isn't linear. Moderate levels of perfect can enhance performance, particularly when paired with creative competencies such as systems thinking or achieves results. But at high extremes, perfect begins to show diminishing returns and even negative impacts, particularly through burnout, reduced flexibility, and overemphasis on fault finding. This curvilinear pattern suggests a sweet spot where leaders leverage perfectionism strategically rather than letting it dominate their behavior. Here's what that really means. A little perfectionism is good. It helps leaders get things right and keep standards high. But too much, and it starts to backfire. People burn out, teams feel micromanaged, and flexibility goes out the window. The trick is hitting that balance where attention to detail drives results, but doesn't drive you crazy. On the creative side, perfect shows its strongest correlations with achieves results, with a Pearson's correlation coefficient of 0.36 and balance, where the Pearson's are of negative 0.27. The positive correlation with achieved results indicates that as leaders' perfect scores increase, so does their tendency to follow through and accomplish objectives, which likely explains why perfect doesn't have a strong negative correlation with leadership effectiveness. However, the negative correlation with balance suggests that these leaders often pay a personal price, overworking and under-recovering, which makes the mixed effects on leadership effectiveness ultimately unsustainable if left unmanaged. In plain terms, leaders who are perfectionists are really good at getting things done, probably better than most, and that's why being a little reactive in this way doesn't totally tank their leadership effectiveness. But there's a trade-off. These leaders often work themselves too hard, and if it goes on too long, it catches up with them, causing their balance scores and their well-being to take a hit. Perfect may fuel results, but at what cost? So here's the big takeaway. Perfect isn't just about being a perfectionist, it's a tool for getting things done. It helps leaders set high standards, follow through rigorously, and deliver results that matter. But there's a catch. If it runs unchecked, it can lead to stress, burnout, and tension on the team. The leaders who do it best are the ones who know how to manage it, using their drive for perfection strategically. Push too hard, everyone pays the price. But when it's balanced, perfect can help others and their teams truly thrive. And that's the data in layman's terms. I'm Joseph Leman. Join us next time as we take a critical look at the critical reactive tendency.